Hey everyone, I'm Bert from Immature Stoners, and this is Dabbing with Washington Artists. Come and get stoned with us as we sit down and smoke with your favorite local artists.
We're RC Cars on Mars, and somebody over here's high.
Yeah.
Who is it?
For today's series of dabs, we will begin our smoke session with a shishka berry, a watermelon tourmaline, and a pineapple OJ, and we will round out the session with a glulato, a Jack and Jill, and a strawberry express.
Hey everyone, it's Bert from Immature Stoners, and this is Dabbing with Washington Artists, and today we are joined by RC Cars on Mars. Dude, I fucking love the name of the band first off. I'm excited to have you guys here, and welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for coming. So if you guys are ready to get moving, we can let's get stoned.
Yeah, man.
We got 2 people smoking today, yeah? We have a couple people for job purposes may not partake, so so we got 2 warriors here in the middle. And our first dab of the day is some shishka berry.
Shishka berry is an indica-dominant strain with a pungent terpene profile of sweet berries and fruit and is known for its tendency to leave the smoker feeling relaxed without getting couch-locked. We found a gram of this live rosin at a shop on Evergreen Way in Everett.
We
NASA dab rig.
we originally were doing the torch and bucket in the early episodes, but
Tasty.
too many people tried to grab the bucket while it was still hot to pull it out like a bone
Oh, shit.
case, and we're like, let's avoid any kind of incident like that.
They're called.
I like silenced my phone, but then forgot to turn off alarms. So again,
Well,
I'm a fucking pro.
all right, so the first thing we'd like to ask everyone, what role does cannabis play in your creative process?
Wow. Oh boy. Like I mean, it exists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think depending on the strain, it inspires me at times, and to do some crazy shit. I love it. Like honestly, most of the time I like to smoke weed before I practice, and the whole time through. I wouldn't bring my dab bong, but I dab a lot at home. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it inspires me.
Yeah, me too. It helps me kind of be free of any thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and I can just kind of play. I like to do a lot of stuff off the cuff, especially with writing and creating.
Okay.
And when I'm high, I kind of stress out a lot less, and so just whatever comes out. And it's fun to listen to later when you're not as high.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sometimes it's like, that sucked.
See if it
And
sounds the
sometimes
same.
you're like, oh, and then
This
you know,
was so amazing
Yeah.
when I was writing it, and then I listened to it later, and I'm like,
So I'm not sure I'm feeling this vibe anymore.
I don't know. I kind of think we rarely have that effect though. With our stoner.
I'm talking about it on my own.
songs. So, okay.
Yeah, I'll go back sometimes and
Pretty
be like,
good.
whoa, that's terrible. But I do a lot of kind of ambient soundscapes, a lot of weird stuff. So
Cool.
that helps with that too, because I
sure.
can just not think, oh, that's not pretty enough or whatever. I can just, whatever noise comes out, put synths and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of a mad scientist when it comes to like
Oh, thank you.
sounds. It's pretty awesome.
But yeah, weed is huge with that, and it's fun to do. So,
Hell yeah. Do you have any favorite strains at the moment?
what?
Any favorite strains at the moment, or
Jeez.
anything you've been enjoying?
I really like Durban Poison a lot. Very good.
that
Yeah,
one.
everybody
Yeah,
does. That's
that's a good
yeah,
one.
that's one of my favorites. Like Chem Dog.
Yeah, I like that.
Classic.
Chem
Apple
Dog.
Fur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apple Fur is very good too. All of it, pretty much. But
All right, so for our second dab of the day, we have some watermelon tourmaline.
Watermelon tourmaline is an indica-dominant hybrid with a sweet and fruity terpene profile and is known for its tendency to put the smoker to sleep after a wicked case of the munchies. We found a gram of this wax at a shop on Route 99 in Linwood.
I can barely handle oregano, man. Like,
I know, right? I try. Smoke some
I think I
oregano.
sniffed some catnip once.
so as a non-dabber, and I've seen people do dabs before. Nothing as fancy as this contraption. Usually, it's just people with a fucking like blowtorch or something. I'm just like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah, it
man.
looks like they're doing that.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. It's like the crack of weed or something.
I felt that way as well, and everybody I
Originally,
talked to,
at
yeah, because
first,
I'm not a year ago when I started dabbing, I did that, and I still have the blowtorch, and it still grosses me out. It's like I felt like I should have a spoon and whatever.
This is
they
a
do.
lot more accessible looking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
the question I had though was that like, I see messing with temperature settings and stuff like that on that. So like, do different dabby stuffs? Do they oils? What are they? Anyway, do the different dab stuffs? Do they need different temperatures to
So-
burn properly or do the thing?
In an answer, yeah, kind of. And this is only really if you're starting to get like really into it, you can start to nerd out.
Try
on
to
it.
like build.
So all the oils and stuff and flowers will have terpenes, and different terpenes activate at different temperatures. So, like one of the things I like to do when I'm just personally smoking with this thing is I'll start whatever I'm smoking at a really low temperature and just kind of work my way up through it. And so it allows you to kind of get sort of the different height, the stone profiles as you go.
Wow,
That's just me being like extra fancy with
Well,
it.
but
That is a
that's
lot
like-
harder to do with a torching bucket.
Can you get that type like with one type as well? Like do different temperatures of one type of oil and
Yeah.
get different.
Yeah, because they'll have all
Eyes.
different. They'll have different terpenes in them
So
that
you-
all different activated.
That
different
is
temperatures.
fascinating, dude. Science.
Yeah,
Science.
the
for
science of
real.
weed is getting very cool.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that's one of the things that they've started realizing is that it's not the THC content necessarily that dictates the high anymore. It's the different terpene profiles and the oils and the weeds.
Like
and
how
so-
hot it burned and.
Yeah, and it can
stuff.
it can just be depending on what effect you're looking for. If you want something that's like couch locky but energetic enough to play video games on and shit, like you can get specific and like
Wow.
if a good bud tender knows what they're doing, they'll be able to go, okay, I've got an idea for you on that one, or just. All right. So the second thing we'd like to ask everyone on the show: how has living in Washington influenced your sound or your process?
Well, I mean, so I was born and raised in Washington, so I've never lived outside of this state, and so I was definitely big into like the Seattle grunge scene, like back in the day, right? I mean, like who wasn't? I would say I don't know. I would say that the top 4 bands that came out were like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains was definitely like the one for me of that scene. So, and nothing against the other bands, I love them all, but like Alice in Chains just had sort of like this darker, edgier, like their minor chord progressions that they did, they were just like super heavy. And I'd say they were probably about like the closest you could get to progressive rock out of like the 90s grunge era.
Sure.
And so I'd say like that was an influence for sure. And Alice in Chains kind of was my gateway into like other progressive rock channels and stuff that have, over the years just kind of blossomed, right? So I'd say that's a Washington influence in a way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've grown up in Washington as well. Born in Oregon, but just that Northwest vibe, that I really liked. I mean, I love the grunge era. It was a lot of fun, and being, I would say, 13 to 16 years old when it all just kind of exploded, it was pretty cool. So I enjoyed it a lot. As far as influence, I've always gone and seen a lot of local shows and a lot of local bands, and just the influence and just kind of the feel and the vibe around here. So I absorbed that, and
Absolutely.
so that's why I enjoyed being here. And I don't ever plan on leaving probably.
Oh man.
No.
All right, your
Continue.
turn.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm good.
I'm sorry for laughing out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I mean that's
Well, it's just, it just means it's working.
I-
I know, right?
yeah. I'm not gonna hide it. In the middle of your sentence, I just started laughing.
That's what's
And I was
funny
listening
about
because
this.
I agree with these guys. It's like I grew up here as well, and the same thing is exactly said. I think us 4, we all have a lot of different bands that we like, a lot of different genres. I'm a big jazz guy, and we were just talking. She hates it, and but no,
I
don't hate jazz.
no.
Hates jazz.
But
Jazz, fuck you, jazz musicians.
Why can't
Fuck
they
you.
just play the right notes?
jazz's
Wait, what were you
mistakes,
talking
as
about
Nigel
that-
Tufnell, jazz's mistakes.
Learn how to write a
Like
fucking
being
song. You don't have to just improvise
alien-
all the time.
That alien a musician who hits all the right notes playing jazz
Yeah,
whenever he wants, and I'm like,
yeah.
but all jazz is all wrong notes.
It's all mistakes.
Like,
But as I was gonna finish with, I think Alice in Chains is a huge connection between us three.
Yeah, definitely.
The darker edge, because we have, our band has got a little bit of a darker edge, and so yeah, I never really been asked that before. That's an interesting question. So yeah, Seattle has definitely influenced. Soundgarden, huge for me as well.
Absolutely.
So
Oh, yeah.
right there, those are my two bands that over, again, like Pearl Jam, great bands, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
well, I'm probably the odd man out over here because I didn't grow up in Washington. I grew up in southern Ohio, like on the Kentucky border, which definitely was exposed to country. It was never my favorite thing, but I grew up with just like pop, Mariah Carey, like that's what I would sing with and everything. But I feel like mentally I'm still stuck in the 90s, like in the grunge scene. Like that's the music and the time and the feeling that I like resonate with and just kind of wish I was living in. And I always pictured myself like coming out to the West Coast for this sort of thing. So I think I always liked that. But this is Washington influence for me. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of like bringing me into the fold, basically.
I said it.
All right. So for our third dab of the day, we have some pineapple OJ.
Pineapple OJ is a hybrid strain with a bitter aftertaste and subtle hints of citrus, and is known for its tendency to leave the smoker feeling chatty and social. We found a gram of this sugar wax at a shop on Center Ave in Tacoma.
It's like we're RC Cars on Mars and we've got like the UFO dab machine there. It's fucking kind of perfect. Shit's a Cylon.
We got the on location background here.
Yeah.
for you
Right,
guys.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
So just in case anybody had any doubt, we are definitely in space.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
That's not Mars though,
No,
unfortunately.
no, that's
But
Neeblor 7.
yeah. All right. So the next thing we want to know is what brought you guys together to work on this project? What's your guys' kind of like origin story?
So Jake and I were playing in a different band called Chaos and Romance, and that band is like, we're still kind of like working in the studio and trying to get songs finished and stuff, but it's not like doing anything really. And he and I were just talking about what we kind of like want to continue doing musically together and stuff. We were working on music and just jamming around, noodling about and stuff. And I had this RC Cars on Mars band idea, because I just have like a little journal every time I'm like fucking being dumb in my brain. I'm like coming up with band names and song names. It's just, I don't know. And he's just over here. So,
I'm feeling it.
yeah, right?
She tell knock joke.
I tell knock jokes?
And there's an origin story, right? Knock jokes. No, I've been thinking about this
Knock
band
is
name.
there a singer?
Yeah. What?
All right, carry on.
Carry
I'm
on.
fine.
Man, everybody's got a contact.
Ah.
Carry
I'm
on. So I kind of
Hey, look, and
talked to Jake about it and explained the concept
a little
and
pineapple. You put it under your gums.
and then he said he wanted to do that, and then we advertised on Northwest Musicians Seeking Musicians and met these two.
Oh, cool.
Which happened pretty quick.
Yeah. It was actually weird. It was weird because Jeremy contacted me and was like, if I don't know what you said exactly, but something to the effect of like, if what you're advertising you are trying to do is what you actually do, then I'm the guitar player for you.
I'm pretty direct, and
Yeah.
his ad was super specific. I'm like, he just described me. I wasn't even really looking at the time, but I still, I usually play with multiple bands, and I just happened to be on the site. He said it's like a Facebook group, Northwest Musicians, and I saw his ad and it described my playing.
Okay.
Nothing
Crazy.
more. It was just like, wow, that guy this is my style. This is, I had played in some post-rock bands before, instrumental, bass and drummer. I'm like, my God, I gotta answer this. And that's pretty much what I said. I said, if you're really serious, because you can say anything in ads. I'm like,
Sure,
and
sure.
we're kind of niche, so it's like, this is interesting. I wonder if he's serious or, and he was. I was like, yeah, cool, man.
Fuck yeah.
But a day later, we were right?
Yeah.
It
Well,
turns out
it was
something like that.
And we practiced in the
was
same rehearsal
upstairs.
place too.
Yeah,
He
I was already
like,
in.
Where are you
Where
at?
am I?
And-
Upstairs.
yeah, and it
My
was
gear
like,
was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
holy shit.
I gotta do shit.
Yeah, all you had to do was walk downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's convenient.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of, I don't know if this is the right word, but like serendipitous in a way. Is that, am I using
No
that
idea.
properly? I
If
don't
I
know.
knew what the word meant.
Okay.
I mean, I feel that way about the four of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just changed a couple words and. Like,
Oh yeah, I took that exact same post and just changed guitars to vocals. And then she answered it.
And for me, like, you never see people looking for singers on that site because everybody thinks they're a singer. Like people
Interesting.
want
That's true.
musicians,
That's right.
and unfortunately, I don't play anything. And so when I saw somebody looking for a singer, I'm like, hell yeah! I don't know what you're talking about, but I can sing. So I like sent them some music because I don't remember how you had it, like not too heavy, but when necessary.
Yeah,
and
something weird. I don't know.
something, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'll come out and try out and see what you guys are doing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think kind of one of the weirdest things about it too is that like they were the first two that Jake and I kind of like tried out. Jeremy showed up, we kind of jammed some stuff. Rebecca showed up when and we did some things, but after each time it was like, I don't know, it was kind of like, how did we get that on the first try for both people?
Yeah.
And so we were kind of like, do we need to try out other people? Like, we'd be dumb if we didn't, right? Like, we should, just to make sure. And like, we tried out, like, I think like one other guitar player and one other singer, and then we're like, no, fuck it, these two. Like, it was so obvious how good they were and how much we like meshed together that when we tried out other people, like Jake and I were just like, no,
Yeah.
no, these guys. So
It's-
it was pretty cool.
He
Pretty
told
cool.
me that he was 96% sure that I was the guy. And I'm like, what the-
0.7.
Right.
Yeah, like, what's
I
the
love how-
four? What's the
yeah.
4%? What else do I need? I'm in the same freaking building.
Yeah.
I play
That's
the
what
same
got you-
genre.
That's what got you the 0.7.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
With that,
Carrying on
for
then.
our number 4 today, we're halfway through. We've got some Glulato.
Glulato is a hybrid strain with a complex terpene profile of tangy spices and sweet fruit and is known for its tendency to leave the smoker feeling relaxed but not sleepy. We found a gram of this wax at a shop in Soto.
What is gelato? Like as a thing, before a name of some sort of marijuana product.
Ice cream.
It's an ice cream. Is it a flavor of ice cream or is it a type of ice cream?
It's like an Italian ice cream.
It's like
really good.
hella thick.
Really thick and creamy.
There's like no air in it, maybe? I don't know. The way they make it, yeah, like super thick and creamy.
So it's a type of ice
amazing.
cream. 'Cause I've had ice cream. I've had frozen yogurt. I've had sorbet, but gelato is a whole another.
Yeah, it would be more similar to like regular ice cream than like a sorbet, like and then
Okay.
it's got dairy, But
Right.
But yeah, it's like the way that there's a process they do where it's a kind of a different texture, but it's really fucking good.
It's
So you guys have a new album coming out, Sojourner. Is that how it's pronounced?
Sojourner.
Sojourner.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the concept of the album and what kind of message or story are you trying to convey?
Ooh. Well, the story's a secret. You have to figure that out for yourself, right?
well, maybe you should get the concept for just the albums in general,
Okay.
or the band.
All right. So I'm gonna give away all the answers.
You don't give away
though,
too-
right?
you don't
Yeah,
give
yeah.
away too
Like
much.
kind of. So
Kind of point.
So part of the fun for me with this band is that there is a story,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and there is something going on beyond just like being a rock band and playing music. And like we want to put on cool shows and do all the good stuff that bands do, and but I think that kind of the underlying idea is that. So lyrically, this might be a longer-winded answer than I want it to be, but I'm just going to go for it. There's editing. Okay, so lyrically, I've always tried to write lyrical content that had some sort of meaning, whether or not it's stream of consciousness or whether or not I'm trying to convey like a very specific message. I have never. I'm just not like a fucking bitches think my tractor's sexy kind of like lyricist kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I want it, I need it type of stuff. It just, I always wanted to have some sort of meaning,
That's
at least
where I
for
come
me.
in and balance us out.
Yeah, she's like
come
all
in with
about,
the
no, what if we do a
tractor?
tractor sexy fucking
Yeah,
line?
exactly.
Yeah. No, you're actually fucking super introspective lyrically.
Yeah.
At times, even maybe more so than me. Like sometimes I like kind of stream of consciousness it too much, and you're like, "What the fuck are you saying there?" I'm like, I think I'm saying this.
Yeah.
She balances it out real good.
I get really lost, like, if I'm listening to music and I don't, like, connect with the lyrics, like, it fucks with me. Like, I can't enjoy it.
Sure.
So it really matters to me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's we want there to be a meaning behind the lyrics, but at the same time we want the listener to always be able to interpret the lyrics and what's being said kind of in a way that impacts them personally, you know.
Mhm.
So but you know, we're writing for ourselves kind of more first and foremost. Like if somebody likes it, great. If they don't, they don't. We're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, nor is everybody our cup of tea, right? It's just that's life. It's art. So if you get something out of it, fuck yes, that's rad. And if you're like, I think it means this, and that's not really what we were thinking, you're still right. Okay. That all being said, if you want to go down the rabbit hole with us a little bit, there is an underlying kind of storyline that's happening. And
Okay.
if you want to discover what that is, then
You just gotta dig
you got to
into
dig
it.
into it, right?
Yeah.
And there's
Absolutely.
clues.
Buy the album is what he said.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and from the surface level, Sojourner's the first.
For a simple.
the
Yeah.
first
buy the
rover
album.
to land on Mars, and so it's our
Yeah.
first album.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
awesome.
like the very
yeah, it was the Pathfinder mission that
ground
NASA
down.
launched, right?
Mhm.
And you know, it had a cool like landing trajectory. It was like this big inflatable beanbag thing, and it just boink, 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 bounced down the Martian surface, whoop, opened up, and then there's a little Sojourner rover, and they drove that shit out and did some moves. Jerry's just like losing it.
I'm just,
All right, start over
Yeah,
and make him
what?
explain.
Yeah, can you explain how the Sojourner, how did the Pathfinder mission land and launch the Sojourner rover?
Complete with sound effects.
I need sound effects, yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Do you know what our concept is?
I had originally written the script for the Matt Damon Mars movie, and somebody stole it from me. So that's we took it. I took my script, and that's the album. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. So that's exactly
I was
what's
doing
going
just
on.
fine. Leave me alone.
yeah.
One small
I know,
step
right?
for Matt Damon.
Bad deal.
Oh.
All right. You explain.
Yeah, I think
All
that
right,
fairly covers it. Just, I'll give one hint. Look for the Morse code. There.
Okay.
Anybody else want to say anything else?
Yeah, I'm just locked up right now. I'm really comfortable. I'm super baked, but I'm just like when everything's filming, it's just I feel uncomfortable. So I can't loosen up for some fucking.
No, you're doing great. And this is why we're not smoking
But
really.
I feel-
Right?
I feel
We came in with the
I
pretense of
really
jobs,
every
and it's like, actually,
To
no,
be
we
honest
need to
with
be
you.
able to have somebody have a coherent conversation today,
And I
right?
can't talk. Like I'm having a hard time talking.
That's okay.
That
You know
means
what I'm
it's
saying?
working.
Like I'm just
Yeah.
so baked. And I'll forget what the question even was, and I'll just be stared off in the corner.
Just
We've had
what was the
people
question?
completely
What do you think
forget
it
where
was?
they're at.
I don't know.
Don't worry.
I can't remember. I'm telling you.
That's great. What is your name?
Yeah.
Jake.
all right.
All right,
We're-
yeah.
he hasn't had enough yet. That's it.
I know, keep it going. Keep it
He's
flowing.
doing great. All right. So for our number 5 today,
Yeah.
we have some Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill is a sativa dominant strain with hints of citrus and nuts and is known for its tendency to give the smoker a surge of energy and leave them feeling energized and social. We found a gram of this sugar wax at a shop on 88th Ave in Renton.
I got so stoned one time that I stopped at the stop sign. I was just sitting there waiting for it to turn green.
Done that too.
I have
that
so
too.
done that, and I was
Yeah.
getting stoned.
Okay. Wow. First of all, just wow.
As we mentioned before, you guys have your album release coming on March 30th
Yes.
at Jazz Bones, correct?
Yes,
In
sir.
Tacoma. What differences or challenges do you have to deal with when planning a CD release party that you don't normally come up with on, like, say, a normal show or concert?
Well, this is gonna be about timing
Yep.
and everything.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta make sure you have your shit. It's not much of a CD release party if you don't have your CDs, right?
Absolutely.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for coming. Bye now. It's like, so
Here's a picture of our CD.
yeah.
It'll look cool.
It'll look so cool.
So technically, we're calling it our album release party because really, like, who really kind of buys CDs anymore?
Right.
I feel like vinyl's making a really cool like resurgence.
Totally.
And I would love to be able to put out a vinyl. It is so expensive to do vinyls. So, and yeah, you can start getting breaks if you're doing like 1,000 or more, but like, you know, that mean, you know, I don't know. We're gonna risk like having 999 in storage for the rest of my life? Like, I don't know. You know,
super fans.
yeah. So exactly right. So like, I want to
We
do
love
it,
you,
but-
Billy Bob.
yeah, I feel like I want to know that it, you know, even if it's like we only order like 100, you know, but I would want to know that at least we'll be able to like sell those 100, you know, and
Right.
not like just lose our asses on it because it's just expensive. It's one thing, personally, in my opinion, like it's one thing to spend money on like recording and making the music because you have that for kind of your own self, but like, I don't know, like I couldn't care less necessarily about like the media side. That's more about like the, hey, we're in a band and we want to play shows and be a band kind of a thing. But like, if nobody ever came to a show ever, I would not change a thing about the way that I'm writing music with these guys or the concept of the band or anything. I love what we're doing, and like I hope other people do too. But like, yeah, the vinyls are for the people that love it also, not necessarily for me personally. But that's just, I'm only speaking for myself here.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, that's really the thing about like CD release or people coming out to see us in person anyway. We want them to love the music as much as us, and then that informs what we do as far as what we're trying to offer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like album available online, you don't have to pay for it, but of course if you love us, then there's
Yeah.
other options.
Yeah, Spotify's and shit, like Apple, all these streaming services, I mean, you're getting the music for free anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I guess really, like, making the CD and putting it out there is like, if you like it enough that you're like, I think I'd like to, you know, tip you guys $10, we go, well, then here's a CD, thanks so much, right? It's more about, like, being able to give back to somebody who would even be willing to, like, dip into their pocket at all.
Sure.
You know? And yeah, but at the end of the day, I just love the writing process and the creation and the recording and stuff. And playing shows is a fucking hoot. But, you know, it's...
You know, and
Yeah.
I think another thing that might be more challenging about an album release is that this music is so new to everyone.
Yeah.
At least, and again, going back to the timing, like we're only gonna have like a week, maybe, once the album actually drops and our first show of the year. So it's challenging when not a lot of people have time to like really, you know the music, to be like expecting for the drop and all this stuff when they come
Right.
and see us. So, but once it's been out for a while, I feel like that'll be really exciting for people. And
So for our last dab of the day, we are clearly in it. We have some Strawberry Express.
Strawberry Jam is an indica dominant hybrid with subtle hints of sweet berries and spice and is known for its tendency to cause the munchies. As a bud tender's choice, we picked up a gram of this terpene-infused sauce at a dispensary on Center Avenue in Tacoma.
And I'll do one more.
It's gonna be
It's the last one.
championship.
So, yeah, so
Yeah.
technically, Jeremy wins.
Trophy.
Yeah.
Jeremy wins.
Jeremy wins
Yeah.
if he does it.
That
Yeah.
is that is
Get
for
an
sure.
RC car.
Rebecca and I, we immediately
Oh,
lost.
that's right.
We walked in losers,
Yeah.
just straight up. Yeah, losers. To check my L. Fucking won. Yeah.
wait, if it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the right one. But you have to turn it this way so that you see it the way the people are gonna. There you go, and then booyah.
L left
Oh, God.
loser.
Well, I guess that would be. It's correct for you.
If you're looking, is this an L to you?
No, that's a backwards L.
So it's a right
That
one?
yeah, that's a correct L. That's why you have to. I had to double check.
I'm
that.
such a loser, I can't even get
I-
a loser.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, what are some of the challenges in marketing new projects like this? And do the streaming platforms like Spotify are they essential in developing new following?
Boy, a marketing question. Wow. It's a royal pain in the ass. So, like, I
why I don't
fucking
wanna do
despise social media with a passion.
Not to cut
Yeah.
you off, but you should talk about what you used to do, like to grow a C2 and stuff. Because I remember we talked about this, how like, you know, it was so different back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it different now?
Well, it's all digital now, so
Yeah.
that kind of makes it easier in a weird way. But yeah, like I don't like social media. The only reason I even have it is because I'm in a band and I am trying to market it to a certain degree, right?
Right.
Because I want people to listen. It would be great. That'd be awesome. And so back in the day, like in the C2 days, it was very sort of just like grassroots, virally sort of. I mean, dude, we'd make flyers. We'd make like 5,000 flyers, and I'd be down in like Pioneer Square, like asking people if they like rock music, handing out hundreds of
You still
flyers
do
and
that.
stuff. I still do that sort of, but like, but it's not like I'm not going down to Jazz Bones every single week,
Right.
handing out flyers for our show, leading up to the show. Whereas like back then, I would have because it's there's no other way to get it out. And then like MySpace came along, and that was kind of like the beginning of the digital marketing age, so to speak. But it was
Right.
still CDs. It was
Yeah.
still flyers, and like ticket sales then came along, and then it was driving around and selling tickets to people. It was like right at the end of like before when a C2 kind of like went on its permanent hiatus or whatever. It was just getting to the point where that band was able to like start creating like a online shop to sell tickets in a way that was like accessible to somebody who didn't like necessarily make a lot of money. I mean, you could still take credit cards and do online orders at that point in time, but usually like merchant processing and those types of
It's
tools
expensive.
were really, really expensive. And then Square came along and just sort of made it free for everybody to like enroll, because a lot of times you have to pay for it just to have it, even if you don't make sales. So Square was like, well, you can have it, and then when you make sales, we'll take our cut, but you don't have to pay us just to have it. So that was kind of a game changer for like a very small businessy type of thing. And I remember when we first took credit cards too, we had a machine and you had to put the card in there and go at our show. And then that fucking ticket we'd have to put in the mail, send it to a company, and then they'd turn it into a check and send it back to us. And by the time it even got to them, sometimes somebody paid with like a debit card or something. By the time they actually ran it through their electronic shit to get the money, that person had already forgotten they even bought the purchase. And fucking like that their transaction would bounce, so we wouldn't get paid. They'd still get the merch because we don't know who the fuck it is. But that was like the world, and they took like a 20% cut or something ridiculous. And now you can just be like, yeah, click this link, go buy a ticket. Click this thing to go buy our T-shirt, and we'll ship it to you. Like, oh my god! So that level has massively shifted, and makes it easier. But at the same time, it's also very impersonal.
Well, and also getting eyeballs on it.
Yeah, getting
know?
people to see it and even give a fuck, because it's just
You're
scrolling.
inundated
Oh, God.
constantly.
Yeah,
So you're just used to ignoring half the shit that you see.
You know what's weird though? Like the targeted advertising actually works for me because I get a lot of bands and they're like, "It sounds kind of like this." I'm like, "Actually, that does sound like something I want to listen to." And
Right.
I get a lot of the
That's what's
Spotify
new.
ones where it's just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, come check us out on Spotify." All right, I'm gonna do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I need new
That's
music.
cool.
But
Yeah.
like,
Feels like- it feels
so they
like-
got me kind of picked.
Yeah, well, it's awesome, but it feels like there's some magical thing that has to happen for that to get pushed to you, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know.
well, yeah, I know. Like
Takes
if we
minute
make
for
a
that
post,
to happen.
who actually sees that post, right? I could be spending all this time doing all this social media work, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 people saw it or something.
Because the algorithm.
Yeah.
How do you get in there?
Yeah.
But then there's stuff that I see that comes up all the time, and I'm like, I don't even want to see it. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's lots of people that are like me who are like on their own social media, and our shit maybe comes up, and they're like, I don't want to see that. Like that's not why I'm here right now. I'm looking for fucking cat videos. Like,
Which is also me.
nice, awesome. Well, me fucking too, unfortunately. I hate social media, and I'm like,
Cats.
Oh, share it.
cats.
I'm gonna
That
share this
literally
with my
is my
girlfriend.
entire
This is-
stream.
this is cute.
Cats.
Yeah.
We are so addicted.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad.
reels.
Yeah.
They get me all the time.
Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Glad
We
to be
appreciate you guys coming and smoking and getting out. You guys look like you're a little toasty.
Man.
A little bit.
So hopefully you guys had some fun.
Yeah,
Champ.
great time. Thank you.
Yeah, and we got our
Yeah.
champion for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and thank you all for joining us. Make sure you guys get out to their show in Tacoma, Jazz Bones, March 30th. Yeah, come and see them live and come say hi because I'll be there too.
Yeah, come see us.
And yeah, buy some merch. You guys gonna have merch soon?
Yeah, again, stars aligning, right? You know, we're gonna have T-shirts and the CD and maybe a couple other kind of like cool neato things that if you really wanted to support, like we've got some special things.
Yeah, so come see to find out.
Yeah, and we've got and we also have a oh my god, Indiegogo. We've got an Indiegogo campaign as like a crowdfunding thing to help because I mean like we're not fucking billionaires. We're not Taylor Swift. You know, we're not. So making this record was pricey from our perspective, and so it would be awesome if anybody were so inclined to help, to go to our Indiegogo and make a donation. And we have like perks, different levels or whatever. And one of them is come to our practice space and we will do a private show for you. So like,
That's fucking cool.
yeah. So check it out.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
smaller ones are like merch,
Yeah.
T-shirts, CDs,
Digital
stuff
download,
like
all
that.
this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean like $5. Like if like 500 people gave $5, like that would be game changing in our world.
Well,
You know.
fuck yeah, guys. So make sure to check that out. We'll have links below. Thank you guys for joining us tonight,
Thank you.
and thank you guys. Make sure everyone stay high, and
Oh, yeah.
peace.
Stay high.